Let me ask you this question. And this question does not go to anybody that's played a sport or coached a sport. You're all exempt. Tell me, how many of you think that you see anything more than, say, in football, a run, a pass, a tackle, or a block? And even the blocks, some people miss those. Or in basketball, how many people see more than the shot, the pass, the block, or the steal? Or dribble? In baseball, how many see anything more than the hit, the pitch, or the catch? See, I ask these questions because we have a real big problem with the internet. The biggest issue with the internet is the fact that you get so many know-it-alls that absolutely believe that they're enlightened, they're the smartest in the world. Even though they've never been hired to do this job, they've never been inside of a drafting war room, they've never called a play, or any of those. So that's why I asked this question tonight. Because here's the absolute truth. Very few of you, unless you've played the game, and I will at first absolutely admit, I didn't. My way of watching is actually trained from a friend from the past. He actually taught me how to be able to watch and see what's going on with the ball game, and he was a quarterback. See, and I know, because if I didn't play and I'm trying to learn this thing, I guarantee you guys didn't learn unless you've learned to study yourself. So, what are you truly seeing? Why did Trubisky today throw that horrible pick? Oh, it's a horrible interception. Don't get that wrong. Terrible interception. Was that a bad decision by him? Yes. But what happened in the midst of it? Was it his problem, or was it something else? See, odds are it's his problem. Just made a bad decision. But most of you don't know that. Most of you don't even know what to look for. And that's what this is about tonight. You don't know what you're looking for to judge. Not a thing. Zilch. It's like, are you looking at the audibles, any of the signals from the offensive lines? Are you looking at plays being called in basketball? Just a little switch offs. Are you looking for any of those things? Nope. All you're seeing is a missed basket or a missed pass or an interception or a drop. You're seeing any of those. Those are about 10% of what is out there. You're looking at 10% of the game and judging the whole game. And this is, like I said, that's the problem with the internet. You can't judge based off of those. And when you judge based off of those, you think you're enlightened, then you make the horrible decisions, or at least you're telling the powers that be to make terrible decisions so that you're happy, so your ego is appeased. The thing is, in the end, for you to be able to truly make any kind of decision or be able to know what you're talking about, you need to truly study. You're not doing that. Most of you aren't. Now, the ones that have played are the ones that... I know some people online that are truly studying this whole thing. They'll show clips every single week. It is their hobby, or it's their career, or it's any of those. Or in Dr. Phil Fatashian's case, it's his career. But see, they're putting their hard work into this. Just like players put their hard work, their grit, their blood, sweat, and tears to get that money that you tend to complain about. That's what you complain about constantly. But they've earned it. Every bit of it. Because you're watching the ball games or you're going to the ball games. But what can you say? What are you saying? They're giving their blood, sweat, tears, but what are you doing? You're complaining about them. You're treating him nasty. And if you wonder, anybody that's come across me, you wonder why I keep saying the words emotional nitwit, or TikTok idiot, or woke nerd. If you wonder why I'm saying all this, it's because you don't want me to be nasty. You need to quit being nasty. See, they're not going to be nasty to you because by themselves they have too much to do. But you're telling me not to give it to you at all. You're telling me or anybody else not to give it back to you, but you feel obligated to give it to them, to be nasty and ugly to them, to people that are professionals at something. It doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. And you're not going to be, and when you are, and I'll give you an example, when you are DMing players based off of your own, them struggling, their own struggles, which their own struggles cost them a ball game, but their own struggles, they don't care if their struggles cost you a week over in fantasy football. They don't care. And yet, you're threatening their lives, you're threatening their families, you're threatening everything. All over your ego and over something you know nothing about and you don't study at all. So, give this an absolute thought. Give this an absolute thought. I guarantee you, most of you wouldn't attack players. See, the people I know that study the game the way they do don't attack one single solitary player. If they don't like a player, they will admit the good out of everything because they played the game or they study the game. People that study and take that time, it's the same as taking the time to make some money. Anybody that does that won't take themselves the time to go attack because they'll have respect for the player. But no, most fans don't have respect for players. And that's why most of you don't deserve a winning team, whoever you're rooting for. Try studying, try learning, settle down, and quit the rage. It's not helping your team. It's not helping your health. It's not helping anything. Settle down and learn something.